stuff. Supercross. Hey. Nipple. Machete. Fashion. A scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury. Evil. Cannabis. Interesting thing. Awesome. Radio.
I love you. You are so dear to me. I love you. You are so pretty. There's a toenail with a dick on it.
It's the Jason Ellis
Talk
Show.
that talk.
Jason Ellis.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Michael Tully.
The United States of fuck you.
Andrew Bruce.
It all made sense to me.
Kevin Kraft.
I might be better suited for the future.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Jason Ellis.
Also blown up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Don't think. Feel.
Yeah. Why is it that when you get old, I mean when it's your birthday or you get older, or you're pretty much pumped that you shave. I feel like you're pumped that you get to shave, or you're pumped. I don't want to get into pubes, it's gross, but you get pumped when you get bigger. People don't celebrate when you get smaller, I mean, it is still a part of life. Why is it not celebrated? In Mexico, and I haven't even watched the movie, I think death is celebrated.
Are you talking about Coco?
I am. Am I wrong?
Well, yeah, the dead are celebrated.
That's what I meant.
I don't know what they actually do for funeral rites, but there's the day where they remember and honor their dead relatives.
All right.
That's nice.
And it is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to bring out the zombie mum, right? You just, when they bring out the zombie of the person, the dead person, but they're it's them, but they're dead, and they hang out with them, put sunglasses on them. It's not that, is it?
Is that a Mexico thing?
I don't.
I don't think that's widespread, even if that's done anywhere in Mexico. No, they don't. I think it's more like pictures.
Okay.
Photos, mementos.
Right.
Share a couple stories.
I'm cool with that.
It's great. It's great. I think the world would be a better place if everybody looked at everybody's customs and picked and choose, because everybody's got something that nobody else does. You're like, oh, that, you go live in a country for a little while and you go, oh, they do that? That's a nice idea. Well, why don't we do all of them?
Yeah.
Because what? It's the day after Halloween?
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Because there's All Souls.
But can we do it? Will it just show up?
Well, I think at least what I know about it is based on two things. The thing that they do every year at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and the movie Coco. That's the entire extent of my knowledge of it.
That's more than mine. Anybody listening?
I don't think you would show up to somebody else's because it's their family. You would do it for your family.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't do it for your family if you're not that kind of family, though.
But you can do it with your people for your people.
Oh, okay.
Because
everybody shows up, though, right? It's pretty serious.
I don't know how strong it still is in Mexico. I honestly have no idea. I would guess, I think family is still a stronger thing there. Mexicans are really into family.
Yeah.
You notice that if you're around Los Angeles.
I did notice that. I didn't have to watch that movie.
Right. You should go. Cool. You never went to the Day of the Dead thing at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery?
I probably did.
It's awesome. It's awesome. People make all these cool, Day of the Dead displays all over. So Hollywood Forever is just somebody bought an old cemetery in Hollywood, and it's just an old cemetery, and then they but they show movies there and shit like that on the lawn.
I just got off the phone with my doctor today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I got
good news, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all good. I've got high cholesterol, and they've already checked my arteries and all that shit. So I've got some weird freaky high cholesterol. So I've got to take some weird pills now for the rest of my life to lower my cholesterol. And then also that my hormones are completely out of whack, and that I have to go see another doctor to get all my hormones figured out. And I was like, he's telling me that while my palms are sweating, and I'm well, that bit makes sense. And I was like, do I have to go to hospital and get heart surgery? And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, will it soon? And he's like, not if you take these pills. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, well then. So I guess maybe that's good news.
I think it's good news. I wouldn't have diagnosed you with the cholesterol thing. I wouldn't have even,
weird, right?
I wouldn't have even guessed that, to be honest.
You know what's weird is my brother had it. He got checked and he had kind of high cholesterol. And this was when he was top 10 in Australia at Supercross, which meant his cardio was, off the chain of a human. And my dad died of like some sort of like a blockage or something because of high cholesterol or some shit. So it's like we have this thing, I think, maybe like a hereditary thing.
I think it can work that way.
It can, like, because he's like, it's not your diet or anything, because it's not. You know what I mean? It doesn't work out or not work out. It's the same fucking thing I have.
If my wife, if my wife, some people obviously get high cholesterol from lifestyle, but I think other people are more predisposed than others. I think if my wife doesn't watch what she eats, like my wife has been was diagnosed with high cholesterol when she was like 24.
So you hear that, Cool Beans? Like you're talking about, my skin. Well, I've got high cholesterol. I'll probably, it'll probably turn to something. I'll die. Sorry, just give you.
Now, quick, do something wacky.
Yeah, but do you have to take Kaiser Permanente pills for the rest of your life, or you die? I'm just trying to show you that it's not all bad on you. Like I have a bad heart. I have a heart condition. Now I have like 2 heart conditions. We're all falling apart. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's falling apart. What are you gonna do?
There's a
rock the tits off them.
Yeah.
Cool Beans. Rock their fucking tits off.
You know,
whatever your version of that is.
I'm predisposed to some sort of
cup of tea or something.
Like what is it? Like a blood clot or something that can travel to your heart and murder you. That's
great news when you get that.
A member of my family had 1 or 2 instances where they actually had just a weird pain they couldn't explain. Finally went to the doctor and they're like, "Oh, that's like a blood clot. If that had gotten loose and gone to your heart, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Oh, cool.
Here, start taking this pill." And so then everyone in the family had to go. And basically, what the doctor told me is, the pill's kind of a bummer because it's what is it? Your blood doesn't clot anymore when so if you get a cut, it's so pretty much until you get one of those, we don't want to give you that pill. Yeah. But if and when you get one of those, you're just on this pill for the rest of your life so that you don't just fall over and die.
See, that's going to be the catch. That'll be there'll be some sort of thing with the pills that I take that I'll no longer be able to do something. I'm sure.
Maybe.
But
maybe
I've been so busy trying to do. I had a meeting this morning. People came over. I'm gonna like a charity organization that they give water to people that need water.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I was talking to them, and I was watching this movie this morning, which is super heavy. Because supposedly Eric Bana's going to be in here, which is so heavy once again. But the movie's gnarly. And then I'm talking to him, and then I've got this text message about this tricycle thing. The Coleman guys, how they've got 2 places that are like crazy for this thing. Like, how many people you think want to go there? And I'm like, I can't answer that, because if I answer that, this movie takes. You can't just. It's very serious. You can't just breeze by it.
It was based on a play, and you can kind of tell.
Okay, that's not real, right? None of that really happened? Or did it really happen?
Well, like, one of the characters is Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Is
right,
like a famous historical...
So it really happened, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many liberties they took with it, but yeah, it's not invented.
Yeah. Which makes it... Because I don't know anything about it, Michael. I'm just watching the movie in the morning going, oh my God.
Yeah, this is set in South Africa as apartheid ends and Nelson Mandela has become the president. And then they need to, what do you do as a country when you've had... It's like pretty much the same thing that happened in America after the Civil War. Like, you can't just go around and murder everybody who was doing the thing that was like legally okay a week ago. But people don't forget shit, and who can blame them? Yep. And how do you settle that? There's no perfect answer. I mean, South Africa's definitely still wrestling with that big time. 25 years later.
A heavy movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes in.
Yeah. Great actors.
Yes. Right.
I did not recognize Forrest Whitaker at first.
Really?
Nah, the nose threw me off.
The nose is gnarly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all... The prison scenes is heavy. That's heavy shit.
Yeah.
Good movie. I knew. I was like, man, I don't know anything about the past. I did not go to school. I could tell this is real. I'm like, this guy. I'm like, I know that Tutu guy. But
Yes.
I didn't know the other guy. I didn't know they had this conversation that went back and forth like this. It's gnarly stuff.
Yeah, the movie's called The Forgiven. We'll be talking about it more later.
Yeah. So
It
anyway,
is.
what were we talking about before that?
Cholesterol and tricycles.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to die, and then but I'll race first.
First to ride tricycles.
That's right. And hell yeah, like rock on.
That's great.
Yeah, that's in
In a nutshell.
Yeah, and then I'll go and see all my hormone things, and maybe I'll get some titties or like a ponytail. I've always wanted a ponytail, but not like all the time. Just to know that I can have it in a ponytail.
Like a clip-on.
Yeah, and then I would also like to maybe go out at night and have like the weird onion bun, and like hang out at clubs and get people to beat me up.
I'm not familiar with the onion bun.
What?
Maybe
The Conor McGregor onion patch that he started and everybody else copied him and people still do it. Everybody in my gym does it.
Why is that an onion?
Because it looks like an onion. Your head looks like an onion. It's got like the thing on the back. Yeah, see?
Oh, that thing. Oh, I never would have thought of that. I get it. Right,
Right.
yeah, when you have the skin on the onion, that bit that's hanging off the top, the first thing you lop off. Yeah.
Chicks dig it though. Chicks dig it because it's like you're a samurai.
A certain kind
Cool
of woman,
bean- cool
a certain
beans.
kind of woman will respond to that.
You're not feeling the samurai onion?
No, it kind of makes you look like those pinheads from that movie Freak.
Don't you think that...
It does.
Andrew, do you think that he would get laid more if he did a samurai onion? Honestly. Yeah, what the fuck? No, he's fucking got, like... He starts doing cartwheels and throws ninja stars in nightclubs. No, yes, he's normal. No, wait, why do people that have that haircut all of a sudden walk around saying they're douches? Nobody does that. I'm saying if Kevin...
They just more telegraph.
If Kevin... No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If Kevin had that haircut, and every now and then he's got his metal hoodie on, and he takes his hat off, and he's got the onion on the back, and this shit's all pulled back. Because if you pull it back, you look less bald.
Could he try to go super high and tight right now to start?
Yeah. Yeah, you should shave the sides of your head right now like a mohawk and slick back the top, and see if you can get it to fucking onion up right now. How much money to do that?
My hair is actually
$10? Did you just say? How much? $500.
no, I'm not.
You say you're regrowing hair.
I am. Those spots on the sides,
Yeah.
they're thick now.
Yeah, but it looks stupid. And anybody that has a side bit that they don't tend to looks like they have dirty underwear. All girls know that.
Alright, I'm a little lost here.
Yeah, because you got dirty underwear. You know,
I have dirty underwear.
guys that have, unless you have like an actual longer hairstyle, if you just have untended to side bits or you got baseball cap side dents, it means you're not really that. You don't really take that. You haven't really taken that much care of yourself. It's the ungroomed haircut, man. I ain't got a problem with it. I'm just saying you're a single guy. Yes, incredibly. It looks like you look. You know who else does it and who's married and people. Colin Morrison, my dear friend Moto Skivvy. Go to skivvy.com. Everybody, great underwear. He's a great guy.
He loves clean underwear so much he made the company.
Yeah, but he does every now and then he'll get a haircut, but he just mainly wears a baseball cap, so he doesn't have to have a haircut. That's what you have. Yeah, Will has a haircut, and that
He grew the top long, which is
Will could do the onion right now. Will could do the onion right now.
Would you do the onion for us right now, Will?
for $500. No, I'd totally do it.
Wait, just do it, or you do it for $500? Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
Because you can, right?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I mean, what are the? I think it's totally possible.
I think I'll look more like Bam Bam or something, but okay.
Wait, Scott.
Or Pebbles.
There's a guy on the phone that knows what's wrong with me, so we'll get that out of the way real quick.
Have and his heterozygote familial
That's what I have.
There's nothing we can do about it. So what you can do is work your ass on out to almost death. Still die of a heart attack walking to get the mail, but you do have to do pharmacological therapy because that will actually help you and make you live into your 80s.
What's pharmacological therapy?
That means take pills on top of exercise. So disregard what a trained medical professional who you carefully selected told you this morning. Listen to this guy.
Yeah, so no, I've sold in the cardiovascular disease space for 20 years. So if you're taking a pill, you're on a stack. And there's newer ones that are injectable that are good for a month. And they really do work. No matter what anybody says, yes, they're expensive. But there's copay cards and stuff like that. But work out hard like you do. So definitely take that. You'll live a great life. Now, totally, it sounds like there's about 4 things you have. You either have congestive heart failure, which you don't. You either have AFib, which you're too young for, or you have a left atrial appendage abnormality, which is possible, or you have a known thrombophilic condition, which is protein S, protein T, protein Z.
Yeah, I got the fourth. I got the fourth one.
Don't forget AIDS.
I'm working on it.
That's it.
Right.
I'm courting it as aggressively as I can. I've been trying. All right, go ahead.
But you need to be on an anticoagulant for the rest of your life.
Well, once again, I'm gonna respectfully take your opinion under advisement and go with what my doctor told
Yeah.
me.
But you still have AIDS.
I mean, you know, lots of big words, and I appreciate that, and I respect that.
I feel like what you're telling me is true too, but so I just have to take a pill for the rest of my life and I get to live to 80?
But well, yeah, I mean, you gotta work out, eat right, but yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. Alright. Wait, so that means I can't have like cheese ever again? When you say eat right, does that mean I can't have like chocolate and cheese and shit whenever, like, every now and then? Oh, well then. Yeah, okay. Alright. Thanks, doctor.
It's a wise man.
Yeah, no, it's got no stuff, and look, the miracles they have today. Maybe they'll just take some pill, and Bob will be my uncle, and I won't even feel bad or whatever, and then I gotta go fucking more blood. I feel like I'm going out with vampires, Michael. I'm gonna go see some more people. They're gonna suck out a bunch of shit.
Can't they
do this shit
just
from
hold
the
it and
yeah?
know.
Yeah, retest that shit,
I know.
fuckers. God,
Mail
mail
that
that.
very question when I've gotten like, oh, they're testing me for 3 different things, and they're like, we'll take 3 bloods, and I'm like, well, what about you just take as much as you need for all 3?
I do have good news on the back and hip stuff, though. Somebody told me get my MRI, and we will book you, Andrew. Book me. Book him, Dano. What movie's that from?
Hawaii 5-0.
Right. The fuck am I saying that for? No, yeah, I've definitely have. Yeah, I'm done. No. Right hip, lower back, left knee. That's what I'm doing it on. That shit doesn't faze me. Yeah, I could sleep in there.
The fact of the matter is, we all think we know what's going on with us, and none of us has any idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
You may as well just tiptoe through the tulips and assume the best.
I just want answers.
I understand.
Feel like,
I feel the same way.
Yeah, let's get answers. If
Yeah.
I have to live here and pay extra and sit in the traffic, well then, let me watch my fucking doctor give me all the right diagnosis and miracle pills I can live and flourish in this shithole. Sorry, traffic.
There is a lot. It's actually been getting to me the last few months.
It's like, I guess if I was Russian, I could have a dash camera and just film. It's sort of like, how Will does his Hollywood thing is terrible. Come in, Will, because I feel like you got a different angle because you're doing a car. There's, I mean, for me, just because I think I see it easier, but people cannot drive everywhere they go, and the phone combined and the authority of what they think they are doesn't matter anymore. But
The phone thing is really, 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 really massive, and I'm sure everybody's dealing with it everywhere. But so much of traffic moving in Los Angeles depends upon when your little left turn green light goes on. You gotta fucking go, so does everybody right behind you.
It's weird how nobody knows.
And everybody knows, but everybody's looking at their phone, and so every time, like, maybe 6 cars should have gone, and instead it was 4. It fucking adds up.
Yeah. So there's ways. Everybody has traffic wherever they live, but it does get to the point here where I feel like there's a show in it because it's I don't know. My drive is 15 minutes, maybe 20, and I get at least 3 people where, if you were picky, you could just be like, oh my god, this person can't fucking drive, and that's just because I'll see sunset for a little bit. Like I think all you'd have to do is drive down maybe 4 or 5 of the big streets in Hollywood. Because I don't think downtown's the same. Downtown is scary to people that don't know how to drive, and they rightfully shouldn't be down there. And the whole one-way thing, it just shuts down dickheads. Because it's just like, no, dude, you can't turn around. Like, LA downtown is just like, move. Like, you're like, oh, I do not know, I'm not from here. We don't care. And look, here's a man urinating and taking a shit. You're fucking out of there. In Hollywood, you can get lost in a little bit of, like, not the bit that Will films, but there are other parts of Hollywood, the Melrose and the Beverly Hills, but just off Beverly Hills there's Sunset and Santa Monica, and people try to go to the beach, so there's this in-between tourist thing with work people, and now everybody's on the phone, so that you gotta, you might think someone is an asshole, and then you might be just like, no, I drive however I want, I look at the phone, I do whatever I want, I'm in my fucking big Escalade, I've got 4 kids, and I've got Gucci fucking, and everybody in LA knows that bitch, and she does that. But every now and then you'll get past, and it's someone who isn't from here, who is straight up looking at the phone, driving up a windy road, and I know that if you're in a windy road in Hollywood, it doesn't work, your phone doesn't work, so he doesn't fucking know what's going on, so he comes to a stop that isn't even a left or a right, it's just a fucking curve in the road, but I see these people every day, every kind of person, and the Uber people, the new taxi people, so they have the thing where they're just like, no, I'm in a hurry, you don't understand, I gotta pick someone up.
They'll pull over and stop right in the middle of the street.
They just fuck with it, they fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
But it's always... To me, most of the time, because especially lately because of the stomach thing and all that, I'm like, I have to try and see the funny side. And as a natural born psychotic idiot, I go, no, funny, funny, oh, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, seriously, funny. I will fucking argue with myself 30 times on the way here because I can't do it. I can't understand how I'll go, man, that guy was crazy. And then I'll get past him, and it's like some lady that's like, fuck, I might just pull over. And I'm like, whoa, with 2 people in a row, it's only been like a mile. That's crazy. And then I go past her going, man, you are going to be crazy, lady. And then some other person like, man, get out of the road. I'm like, okay, fuck you, because the third one gets you.
No, I mean, look, I'm also a natural born road raging psychotic. And, you have 2 people riding right next to each other going 20 miles an hour, and there's nothing in front of them. You'll have the one person who gets into the turn lane and goes like half a mile and then cuts back into traffic because he's more important than everybody else. All that kind of stuff really would naturally make me want to go nuts and chase somebody down and do bad things.
Wow.
But I've learned a lot about life through Los Angeles traffic, and that is you can't let it get to you.
Yeah.
You got to relax, and I've taken that and I've applied it to all the stressful parts of my life, and it's worked out pretty good. I still want to go nuts every once in a while, but I don't think I've gone nuts in quite some time.
Well, I think it's also more difficult because not everybody has the same agenda. Like there are tourists who don't know where they're going, and then there's people who are like literally probably on drugs who need to get there really, really, really fast, whether or not they really
old
really
people
need to.
too.
Well, yeah, old people, and that's made me more sympathetic seeing my parents the way they drive as they get older. They don't live in Los Angeles. Like I would beep at my parents, and so I try to not beep at those people because I wouldn't want anybody beeping at my parents, and that's somebody else's parents. And also, sometimes I'm in a hurry to get somewhere, and I'm like, oh my god, fucking, you could have made that light, you asshole. Now none of us made it. And then there's other times where I'll be so busy for like 2 or 3 days, and then I finally get over my hump, and I can actually be casual about going home. And then I don't drive 20 miles an hour. It doesn't mean I'm reading my phone the whole time, but I'm not in as much of a hurry, and the guy behind me might be. And now he's flipping out at me because we just have different agendas.
Right.
There's people, I'm sympathetic since I've had kids. People drive really, really different when they have, I fucking carpool. I have my child and somebody else's child in the car.
Right.
Damn right if it's yellow, I'm stopping. Fuck everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
No, it is. And here, people do run through yellow and red lights, and if you don't do that, then you're the bastard.
Yeah. Well, I feel like certain ones like that, if maybe you're in the hustle and the bustle world and you didn't catch that, but if you played the video back, you'd see the wrong in it. Yeah. I'm talking about ones where you just straight up know you're in the wrong. Because I feel like even when people might be like, "Fuck you," like Tully with 2 kids in the car, and then they realize that he's got 2 kids in the car, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a fucking asshole." But if you're like, "Hey man, what the fuck?" You see 2 kids in the car, you're like, "What the fuck? Right. We're in a hurry over here." Now you're the other asshole. Because I can see how I see people that they're like frantic. And then somebody gets in their way and they're like, "Fuck!" They're going to say fuck to like 10 more people on their way home. They're gone.
A lot of them are Uber drivers because I think time is money to them. I was waiting to make a left today and there was the light had not changed yet, and the guy is behind me flashing his lights. And I look and I see the Uber sticker in his window. Now, I don't know. I have no idea what you're expecting me to do. It is literally a red light. Like, there's nothing for me to do. Right. You're flashing lights at me because the sooner you drop that person off, you collect that money, you get another fare. You know
what? I wouldn't blame it so much on them because, my car's in the shop right now, so I've been taking an Uber. And, like, the guy who drove me today was, one of those guys who stops 3 car lengths behind the person in front of him and then, doesn't switch lanes for quite a long time and then does it really quickly because he's really nervous about it.
Yeah. And he should be pulled over and fined.
Between those people, the people who are good drivers but they're assholes, the people who are bad drivers and think they're good drivers, between all that mix of people in different cultures, you're going to have what we have in Los Angeles, which is the worst traffic in the world. And I'm sure people all over the place deal with it. Traffic's bad in Houston, Atlanta.
No doubt. And again, it's very circumstantial. I remember one memorable Uber ride. My car was in the shop and I was taking an Uber home from work, and my driver was just like, just picture Amanda Nunez driving your Uber. That's who this lady was.
Okay, yeah. Super hot.
And she was fucking like, she wasn't breaking the law, but she was bending it as far as it possibly could be. And I fucking loved it because I got home in like 12 minutes. Thank you, greatest Uber driver ever.
Right. See, but somebody might be terrified of that in the back, Marco.
No, and somebody else might have been pissed off at the way that she was driving,
Yeah, that's mean because, I was in a pretty bad car accident, a couple of years ago, but still, that makes me nervous when people drive that way and I'm not in control of the vehicle.
Yes. You don't know who this
really nervous about it.
I am curious about something, though. Andrew, does this pretty much jive with your experience?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, that's not what I was
What's
expecting.
that?
I feel like the three Hollywood, the people who come south to this show, Will, Kevin, and Jason, have a harder go of it than Andrew and myself, who come from the south.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm from the deep south, actually, of Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Going through Hollywood, I think, is the worst.
Yeah, it is. Coming from trying to get on the interstates and
coming from south of this studio, I don't find it as bad.
In the morning, everyone is heading in this direction. In the afternoon, they're heading in that direction, just like we are. So it gums up the works.
Yeah. So anyway, we do this because we can go see doctors and get injections and blood taken out and brought back to life.
Woo!
Yeah, it's worth it.
It is worth it, man. I mean, I don't want my dad to die. It's weird. Like, I've changed my mind. Like, I would have killed him before, but I don't want him to die. I feel like a bunch of shit happened to him, and he wouldn't be dead now.
My dad got diagnosed fairly recently with diabetes, and he said, "Look, if I wouldn't have gone to the doctor, I would never have diabetes." But he didn't go to the doctor for years, and I was asking him about that one day in the car, and he was like, "Look. All my friends, they go to doctors and they've all got like cancer, they're all dying.
Wow.
I'm just gonna drive this thing till the wheels fall off." That's what he said.
Yep.
And I was like, I respect that. Just go when you go.
Do you respect that now? I mean, wouldn't you owe your kids to go to the doctor and stay alive for 20 more years?
Of course I do, but that's his choice. He's older than me, and he can do whatever he wants. That's cool.
He's at an age where that's maybe a little bit more of an acceptable way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Yeah, was he super riddled already?
He's old, but he works in a machine shop.
But how old was he when he said that?
Oh, this is just a year ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm saying now, like you saying that now. I'm like, no, dude, go
to
the doctor, get a checkup.
No, I wouldn't say that. No.
Who's here?
Be around there for the kids. I'm here.
You're here? How is that?
Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Haven't seen you. I wrote a song about you, but it won't go. I can't email it. It's just for it only plays on my phone.
Well, you can listen to it in the car. That's nice.
You don't want to hear it?
I mean, I would, but if it's
Yeah, you
like
can
all
play it.
gummed up.
Well, if it plays off your phone.
I've just been walking around Hollywood.
But don't you think you should drive around Hollywood and film all these outrageous drivers and get their faces and show and pull them over and interview them? Because I would watch that.
It would be great to pull them over and interview them.
I would watch a YouTube show where you pull people over who do bad driving things. You got that cord thing?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, sorry.
Go out with a cop who's
Yeah.
allowed to pull people
Yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, the person did break the law, so
You got to be undercover cop because people start learning how to drive again when the police show
yeah.
up.
No, you get it. You want a ticket, or do you want to do an on-camera interview and sign this release? Up to you, man.
Right.
That's the way to do that show.
Yeah, I think a policeman would be allowed to take it upon himself to set up that arrangement.
No, I think the city would because you're showing a police officer, just like cops, you know.
Uh-huh.
I just want to set this
Traffic
up.
cops.
This is one time, and I did not write this. This is just all off the cuff, but
Whoa.
yeah, right. But it came from my soul, so please don't make fun of me.
All right. Wow.
Right?
Jazzy.
That is a jazzy number.
Yeah, I made that.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
No. Who really made that?
I know, right? A lot of people were going to say that, but fuck you guys. That's me. Came from my soul.
Who wrote the word?
I did.
Yeah, but who did most
Who
of it?
helped?
All right, now. A lot of people are going to say that.
That's good. Got the beat.
Yeah.
Like it.
Speaking, as we sort of have been, about fathers and sons, things seem to be going swimmingly between Tommy Lee and his son Brandon.
Wait, what happened? I didn't even know that there was a Brandon or a thing. There's a
I think
video.
we got a son.
I think he wrote a song.
I'm not on the internet anymore, Will.
You're not?
I didn't even know. I don't
Awesome.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get
Might
everything
be,
you need to
might
know
be
From here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
So
talk.
Tommy Lee beat his son up, or his son beat him up, or
Son beat him up. I think this is the.
how did I know?
He wrote a song too on one of the really bad last Motley Crue albums.
Who did?
Tommy Lee. It was like the
Oh,
only
I thought you
song
meant
he
like
wrote,
his
and he
son
sang,
did.
And he's like, "Hey Brandon,
Oh.
son." Oh, it's kind of the way it went.
Boy.
I always love you. You came from your mom.
So it was no Hey Jude.
It was more like, "Hey Brandon."
Yeah. Hey Brandon, what did you do today at school?
I mean, it's pretty much
come
how
on,
the song
guys.
really went. So
You don't know that.
So what-
Can I hear it
what
after
happened?
I hear this?
Yeah, what happened to their relationship or whatever?
punches happened.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Okay.
How old is he?
What is he, like 19, 20?
Is he as big as him?
I don't know how big he is. This is a kid that he had with Pamela
Yeah, whose mum?
Anderson.
Oh, it's Pamela's.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm tired of you, Dad!
Your mom is Pamela Anderson.
You came from a boat.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
So did I.
Dad's got a big wang. Do.
I know you've seen the film.
Yeah. Come on now.
So I don't know if it's where to actually start with this. The facts are that Tommy Lee was punched and had a bloodied, swollen lip from his kid. I think the kid's side of the story is that, okay, Pamela Anderson talked to Piers Morgan and talked about Tommy having been abusive, and then Tommy posted something online like, "Hey Piers, you big fuck, why does my wife get something new to talk about? P.S. She still texts me every day and asks for me back." And then the kid was like, "Dad, don't talk about mom like that." And then kid says drunken Tommy lunged at him and he punched him in self-defense. Tommy says he was like sleeping in bed with his fiance and the kid just like broke down the door and punched him in the face and ran away.
Yeah, either way, man, you're not a good I don't know.
And
Wait,
then
wait,
and then he put a
That's
post.
not a good look.
And then he posted online.
Oh, what? He posted online?
When Tommy Lee says, "My heart is broken. You can give your kids everything they could ever want in their entire lives, and they can still turn against you. Good job, Brandon. Great son."
Oh my
Ooh,
god,
boy.
dude! Why are you?
And I guess the kid doesn't drink and has been spending more time with his dad, and he says to try to help him stop drinking.
Because he still drinks a lot.
Okay, wait, which one do you believe? Do you
The kid.
believe that?
The child.
Yeah, because that sounds like something a kid would do. Break down your door and punch you while you're sleeping.
Yeah, I don't believe that. But if it, but
Supposedly, Tommy put some like funny photos of him and Anderson making like faces up online, and Brandon texted
God.
another room to take those pictures.
wait, he lives with him?
He was with them at the time.
Man, what the fuck, man? Doesn't anybody have any?
Man, don't.
You know, I don't fucking my. I'm not
It's
gonna
a
get into it, but
terrible-
what? It's have some class, and I'm saying that.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea to, go.
I thought you said he
populate
was
with
a nice
your,
person. Remember, you said what a nice person
No,
he was.
he was amazing
Yeah.
when I hung out with him. But you shouldn't do that with your kid's mom or your kid. That's sad.
You know what though? I don't have a rock and roll life, and I don't have a 19-year-old son with Pamela Anderson. So I don't know. Maybe she drove him crazy. I just realized. I don't fucking know.
But people do that kind of thing, like try to hurt the other person when they're feeling immense hurt themselves.
That's what I'm saying. I really only feel sorry for a 19-year-old boy that punched his dad in the face, because you're not having a good. I mean, how angry are you that you punched your dad in the
Something
face?
sad is happening.
And man, it's pretty. I mean, I don't know, not all of it, but how angry would you be if your dad bashed your mum on social media? You can't do that. It's the same as the Tito thing. I was like, Jenna, like, I don't know you, but, if you really don't like her, just go over there and tell her. The famous thing is, to me, I would just, like, if I'm saying, hey, everybody, this is what I know about my ex, then I'm just going to jail. Because I don't care anymore, apparently. Because you're just a bad parent now. You could have, even if you're a shitty husband or a shitty wife, you don't have to be a shitty parent by, when you're famous as well. It's sort of, it's the same as a family, like, just tell everybody in the family in front of your kid.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as when you're famous, fucking call some show or tweet somebody about your ex, knowing that you have a full-grown... that's like, I've got a kid. My kid is going to be 19 in fucking no time at all.
Right.
And that's like me telling everyone that Andrea did this and did this back in the day. Why? What the fuck? Why are you guys still angry at each other? Like, let it go, man. Because you ruined that kid's life.
And
Well,
so-
not, potentially.
Something tells me that they had this conversation probably before.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like, please don't do that to mom. Please don't do that to mom.
She
Please-
might have done the same thing too. They probably said,
Yeah,
please.
maybe.
But imagine if you had to tell your parents to please stop attacking each other on social media or on the radio. Because you just said she was on Piers Morgan talking shit, right?
Yeah.
Right. So she's on Piers Morgan talking shit. How does that make her in the right? Like, he's got her back, obviously, for whatever reason it is.
Right.
And you know how divorced people go. They can, especially by the time they're 19, somebody could have been in the other one's ear for a long time.
Manipulated.
Yeah. It's beside, and we don't know. We're not in that fucking house.
Right.
But we do know that she went on a TV show and said Tommy Lee is this, this, and this. Unless the interview was how shitty was Tommy Lee, and she was like, really don't want to talk about it. And he's like, please, you have to talk about it here. And she's like, all right,
that couldn't possibly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
she doesn't
she-
want to talk about that to Pierce Morgan.
right. So she brought it up because she wanted to make him look like
Or
shit.
at least she played ball.
Fucking
Yeah.
20 years later, Michael.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just picking this apart too much, but his post that he made where he said, somebody giving your son everything, it sounded way more in a material way. That's the way I took it then.
Yeah.
No,
he bought him everything
we
he
had
ever
a
wanted.
great, yeah, exactly. Then we've had this great relationship or whatever.
But I don't want to say because I don't know. But I have seen him at the UFC, and I think he was with kids. I think I might have seen him at a Supercross with kids.
Well, the lyrics to the song "Brandon" by Motley Crue.
Okay.
Yeah, could you just, even though you don't know the tune, could you just kind of sing it?
I don't. Honestly, I've only heard about it. I think when it came out.
Ah.
It's like the last song on the last.
I mean, you
album.
can tell he loves him just from this.
Violence, yeah.
We're so fucked. When you punch me in the face.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right.
I wonder what he was trying to say.
It's mysterious, motherfucker,
I don't
right?
any drums in there at all.
So is there video or something?
Well, no, there's audio of the 911 call. I guess this is what Tommy Lee called into the police.
All right.
Gotcha.
Didn't look like much of a shot. Give him a burpees. Burp him. Pat his back. Give him a burpees.
He likes Jack
It's
Daniels.
a punch in the face. What are we talking about here? I know, right?
But the guy doesn't know that.
Slowly pour the Jack Daniels into the mouth. Oh, he's unconscious?
I'm gonna need you.
But wait!
I'm gonna need you to kickstart his heart.
On the throne. What? Paramedic for being punched in the face.
Well, if he was unconscious.
Right. Imagine if it's... Mummy Pam's house. Go, go, go. Wouldn't he call Vince or somebody like that to come over?
That's...
He would punch a kid.
I don't like Vince in that fight.
You don't think he could just call the boys?
Nikki's the only one who might be in fighting shape.
Did you say Mickey is?
Yeah.
Is your He was fine before that.
Well, also...
Vince is on the way. The boys are on the way. Don't worry about it.
In her defense, I think she called more because she was concerned about the weapons than about him having a loose tooth.
Also, he got knocked out. So,
yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
what do I do? That's what she, so.
Call the boys.
All right.
kick the door down, just be like, "What the fuck, man, little boy? Time to recognize."
Mick Mars is here to regulate.
That phone call just made me think about how stressful it is to be a 911 dispatcher and then a cop. You're going to a scene where, like, okay, all you know is, like, somebody got punched out, there's guns in the house, and an argument going on. That's either, like, going to be nothing at all or the one that could end your life.
Yeah,
you know?
that's anybody who's in a rescue kind of thing. Is when everybody else runs away, you run in.
Yeah.
It's an amazing service.
It really, really is. You think about the fire department, police, all that.
You really think Vince Neil could take like an angry 19-year-old kid?
Fuck yeah. I definitely think the whole team could together. I think if you
I mean, 4-1. It's I mean, Tommy's the guy I would pick first.
No, he's a badge.
He is.
I think Nikki goes to the gym.
I think just sheer bulk. Vince comes in hot with that barrel-chested belly and combo.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And just knocks him to the floor and then gives him rage alcohol pain punches. I mean, this guy's had divorces. He's lost a child.
He's got nothing. So did Tommy Lee.
What?
Yeah, he had a kid drowned in a pool in the backyard.
Wasn't that somebody else's kid?
No,
was it a kid at his kid's birthday party?
I think so, yeah. Mick Mars, when I met him, like in '86, he looked really old to me.
Wait, a kid died at his house at a birthday party?
I think so.
Or at least playing in a pool, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's some bad shit about Motley Crue, you know. Vince killed Razzle.
Who's Razzle again?
Razzle was the drummer of Hanoi Rocks. They were like a Swedish metal band. Michael Monroe.
Well, he crashed the car, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Drunk and then
he got DUIs.
Or something.
He got DUIs after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he stopped drinking.
Tommy is very, very slim.
Right.
For whatever that.
See, Vince, I don't know. I feel like you give Vince a different haircut and he's John Lovitz.
Who could kick some ass?
Yeah, you're right.
He's totally John. He's always he's been John Lovitz for some time now.
John Lovitz could look. It wouldn't be a long tussle, but it'd be a hard few seconds, and that's all it would take for a 19-year-old to be scared shitless.
See, I think Nicky has the strength, but I don't think he's got the heart to actually get down there and get dirty. I think Nicky always talked a better game. That's John Lovitz.
Vince is huge. I mean, just sit on him.
They could take you down.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. In a weirdly somewhat related story, the cops searched Heather Locklear's house.
Why is everyone coming at Heather?
Well,
just for beating up her boyfriend one time.
Because I think she threatened to shoot him to death when she was arrested, and she is in some sort of treatment facility, and they went to the house to see if indeed she had a gun.
Turns out,
I don't know if they...
No gun.
I don't know if they found the gun. She had bought a gun, or what did they? There was something about a handgun from 1985. During the investigation, they discovered she had a handgun registered to her name. That's the handgun she got in 1985. It is not clear to me whether or not they did not find the weapon, and they are now regrouping to determine their next move.
I hope she finds a gun to kill him.
She
seems like a prick.
She's fiery.
That's what you want in a woman, right?
Fiery.
I always wonder what stuff like this is part of this. I don't want to say the price of fame, because there's certainly people who aren't ruined by fame, but would Tommy Lee and if nobody cared what Tommy Lee posted on Instagram, and if nobody cared to interview Pamela Anderson on television, what effect would that have on their kids? But then there's the other part of me that's like, well, think about the world that Motley Crue were representing, and I'm assuming were really from when they came out. Like, would it have been crazy? Did Tommy Lee ever get into a fist fight with his dad? It wouldn't have that wouldn't shock me.
Do you think it would fuck with you a little bit if one of your friends died at your birthday?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, what the fuck? How's that happen?
Yeah. I feel like, dude, I've never met these people. This is completely talking out of my ass, but I feel like Vince has been on autopilot ever since his daughter passed away.
Fair enough.
And fair enough. Absolutely fair enough.
You know what? Yeah, but what you're saying about, if there was no television cameras, whatever. Well, nowadays people are able to broadcast a voice. They can go to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever and put stuff out there that everybody else can see. So I'm positive there are many people in the same situation that just aren't famous. You know, dad's posting shit about mom, and mom's saying shit about dad on whatever.
No doubt. I meant more like there's that true. That's true, but also just the fact of the circumstances that the kid has been raised in because they have these lifestyles that are enabled by the success they've had.
Right.
So there's that as well.
Yeah.
It sucks. It just really sucks. If you know, I just wonder with so many famous people, if you could just really like get their brain really clear, like ayahuasca, whatever, and you could show, you know, if you could show a 20-year-old who was dreaming of being famous, this is the life you can have. You can be this really big rock star, this really big actress for a certain amount of years, and then this is how it can all end up for a couple decades afterward. Would somebody with in their right mind, with a clear mind, still pursue that dream, or would they say, "Whoa, that actually doesn't look like it's worth it"?
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything, and then you end up with nothing. You know,
which is how it seems. How it seems. Some of these lives seem from the outside, and certainly how some of them are on the inside. None of us knows. Maybe Heather Locklear's life is great, except once, you know, every 5 years she goes off the wagon. We have no idea. But some of these lives certainly seem like kind of ruined by the success.
You know what? I think we've done a great job with little kids who are actors and knowing how to treat those people a lot better than we used to.
Seems that way.
And the next big problem thing would be the
adults,
the children of famous people. You know, I mean, you're rich and you got everything at your disposal, and famous parents and stuff. That's got to have some sort of effect, whether it's positive or negative, on you.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised that you mentioned it. I've never seen before. Now, we all know there are people who are very, very famous whose kids become very, very troubled early on. If I were a successful actor, musician, whatever, and then all of a sudden I had to check my kid into some crazy rehab because they were on like really advanced drugs with a really serious problem, it would cross my mind, maybe I need to radically change my life and just introduce that kid into a completely different atmosphere. What atmosphere, I don't know. It's kind of interesting you've never once heard somebody say, I'm stepping away from my career because I've just realized the world it puts me in is just really, really bad for my teenage kids.
Man, I feel like when kids go wrong that bad, it's past that.
I guess you're right.
You know, like, there's no, like, 24-year-old that says, you know, the environment in my school, you're fucking 25, like, it's at work, you're an adult now. Usually, addiction problems, like 90% of them are because of the way you raise them in their childhood.
You're
so
right.
it's not like you can't, they've got to go to therapy and all this other bullshit. There's no switch, there's no pill. You fucked them already, you know? And you can say sorry 1,000 times, doesn't mean a fucking difference. You've ruined them. And I guess the whole thing about kids, how serious it is to raise one.
Yeah.
And I guess there are plenty of celebrities who do recognize at some point, maybe by looking at their, you know, their colleagues or whatever, teenage kids, like when they're, you know, like Pink and Carrie, like we don't want to raise our kids in this because the odds are too high that something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, for them. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing they have, and I guess I just realized so does everybody else in Hollywood. They have the option to.
Yeah.
You know, that would be the big difference. Because I would be there, not next to them, but I would be somewhere out there. But you've got to be really well off to live out there. And radio show, I mean, guess like here we go, like Eric Bana. I'm Eric Bana, and Tully's talking to him, and I'm live from somewhere in the, from the fucking whoop whoop, so that my kids, it's not fair,
right?
You know, you can't do this until you're until I'm like really wrinkly and I've got a cowboy hat on, then Tully's just a dust storm over there with grey eyebrows, and we're just like we're on some farm chasing goats and doing podcasts
What are we doing? We got a lot of stuff to do today. I got a lot of things to go through. Oh man, to see that game last night.
Sponsors.
I'm just excited that Eric Bana is actually going to be here.
This new kid in the Lakers is something.
Oh, you catch that game?
I was watching him last night because I don't sleep. I'm nocturnal fucking vampire over here.
So my kid was playing me this group. You ever hear of the Foo Fighters?
I have not, no.
Lovely bunch of young.
Is that a girl? Is it?
It's crazy. I mean, it's pretty heavy rock and roll, you know.
Oh, rock and roll, you say.
There's something.
I've heard of that. Rebellious. Sometimes I rebel.
That's great.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
The other day, Betsy was like, "Do you want some tea, Jason?" No, rebelled. So I understand the food fighter. Yeah. We'll be back.
Man, I really didn't think much of Eric Bana until I saw Chopper. I was like, oh my god, this guy's just one of the greatest actors I've ever seen.
Did you find that show that he was on beforehand?
Was it the one?
The comedy one?
Yeah.
So Full Frontal.
Yes,
That's
probably.
what it was, yeah.
Timely guest for Friday. Would you want Tom Morello and M Shadows announcing their summer tour together?
M Shadows.
Singer
Avenged
of Avenged
Sevenfold.
Sevenfold. Yeah. And Tom
And
Morello, the guitarist from Rage
Prophets
Against
and
the Machine.
Avenger going out together.
Sure.
Okay.
So, did it come back in or no?
I think so.
Okay. Did you want extra cameras today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to put him on this time, though. I can't remember to do that.
Yeah, it was the only one. Well, you took this one from me to set it up, so I figured you were turning it up. Where do you want this one? You had it mounted on this mic before, but is he gonna sit here?
Andrew, where is he going to sit?
Eric?
Yeah.
Whichever one you want him. That one or this one. Whichever is best for you.
This
Lighting wise? Okay.
So then before, you had it mounted where? Like here?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was okay. Ugh, my freaking elbow.
Coming back, you've got NHL news, Droopy, Animal news,
Why don't we do
and a live read. Also.
That sounds like a lot of like bits. Why don't we try to do the Droopy and the Animal news, and then if that goes short for some reason, you could do NHL. Otherwise, just rejoin with NHL because we have Bana at the second half of that break anyway.
I can't really see. Do you mind checking this to see what it looks like? I'm having a hard time just because it's so dark. This one.
That's good.
Is it good? Okay. All I can see was like black chair, black carpet. So, okay. Turn this off. And y'all come in right before Andrew brings it and turn everything on.
I'm sorry, what's happening this break?
Live read, Droopy, Animal news.
Wait, what's all this?
NHL news.
I thought you said we're going to make it small.
It's pretty quick compared to what we've done in the past.
How is 3 pages smaller than what we've done in the past?
I made the font bigger.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's less than normal, but we can cut it if you want.
Is this the
That's a live read, yeah.
right now?
In like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Animal facts for Animal news.
Oh.
If you want to do them. 4.5, 5 minutes.
my thanks for your call. We moved on. Have a good rest of your day, okay? Night, take care. It's Wolf Knives Wednesday.
I'm not on the internet.
Oh, no more Wolf Knives Wednesdays. Alright.
Talk to Katie about that shit.
Do you want me to text her?
Yeah, she can find one and post it for sure.
Oh, I turned your phone volume down. Well, on your iPhone.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
It was ringing. I just turned the little button outside. Yeah, I think that's what was
I
ringing.
forgot to turn that off. Then. Sorry.
I just did the button on the side.
Thanks. Sorry.
That's a,
I usually am pretty good about doing that, but.
you've been very popular.
Fuck, that's hot. God, I'm a moron. Whew! Attention, business owners! Attention, all business owners! You already know about Dish and its great technology for watching TV at home. But did you know that Dish also provides TV solutions for your business? Bars and restaurants rely on Dish to bring your favorite teams and big games. And how about Doctor's Waiting Room? Yeah, that's Dish keeping you entertained while you wait. Dish has solutions that make your hotel room feel more like home by giving you all the TV you love wherever you travel. From furniture? Wait. Future? No, Fortune? Fortune 1000 companies? To mom and pop shops? Dish Business has the best entertainment for you? Open your doors to new customers and new opportunities with customizable programming packages and game-changing technology like the Dish Smart Box. Only Dish has the amazing value and technology to support your business. From bars and restaurants to hotels and hospitals, Dish has a solution for you. Dish award-winning technology is scalable, manageable, and affordable. And Dish will work with you to find the perfect solution for your specific needs. Learn more about Dish. Call them about Dish for a business at dish.com/business. Wait, I'm going. Wait, I'm not going? You didn't just tell me to do that right now? Okay.
I think I'm supposed to be doing this. Hello, Jason.
Hey.
You were the segment that we second most wanted to do right now.
I'll take a silver.
You'll take a what?
Silver.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you guys know who Mary Lopez is?
I know her
Yeah.
well.
Whoa, wait. I thought you said Mario Lopez.
Mary.
Yeah, I don't know who Mary Lopez is.
She's a YouTuber.
Oh,
yes, that's where I know her from. That's
was,
right. Yeah, I
that's
subscribe to her page.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, me and Michael jerk off to her.
She's like, she's entertaining, but she's also like real, you know.
That's the one. He likes the entertainment value. I like it because she's down to earth.
That's why she's big. Yes. Well, she battled cancer. And
that's real.
She beat it, which she contributed to her vegan lifestyle and God.
Cool.
But a few months later, the cancer came back and killed her.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe that was God's and veganism's will.
Her niece, who appeared on the YouTube channel with her, claims that in her later days, Lopez was eating meat and microwaved food.
Oh. Oh, well, that's it.
Lopez also went on a
Satanist.
A 90-day juice cleanse, which led to food withdrawals.
Why did she do that? What's the change? Why be into God and veganism and then just go, fuck it, I'm eating meat and microwave food? What?
Well, it's probably that whole there's no atheist in a foxhole thing. Once you get out of the foxhole, you can go back to being an atheist.
Oh. Oh, you're saying it was a lie.
I'm sure it was true for her at the time, and then she got... I don't know.
It's very sad, Droopy.
She had also refused cancer treatments, claiming that her lifestyle would be enough.
That's pretty rebellious. Don't know how smart that is, but it's pretty rebellious.
Yeah, there are people anecdotally who will tell you that that's the thing to do, but I think the smart money is... Yeah, I think the smart money is still on.
A lot of cancer survivors will tell you to go.
To the doctor?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Also, who's saying you can't do both? Can't you do chemotherapy and a juice cleanse?
Yeah. I mean, unless the doctor says absolutely no juice cleanse, but...
Right. And go to church?
I said to the doctor today, I said, am I allowed to... Does that mean I'll never be allowed to have a burger again? Because I didn't... And he was like... Because he's fingered me before and made jokes to my wife at the same time. Mm-hmm. He was just like, get off my phone, you moron. So I think that means I'm going to have a burger. Do you want to have one?
Yes.
Right. Because Droopy's okay with burgers, right?
Yeah, I like to thumb my nose at fate.
Me too.
Extra cheese on mine, please.
Yeah, hey, Fate. What's up?
In other news,
yeah,
a self-employed carpenter in New York.
Jesus.
No.
He was a carpenter, though.
A bit later than him.
Oh, okay.
But he won $1 million playing the lottery.
Fuck yeah.
And said that the money would go towards his retirement, which he had put nothing into. And also a new truck.
Yeah.
He also figured he'd use some of that money to finally go see a doctor.
About?
Just for a checkup.
Oh no, this
is...
is...
been in a very long time, yeah.
Fuck!
And the doctor told him he had stage 4 cancer and he died a few weeks later.
He didn't even need to go!
Did he get the truck?
I don't believe he did.
Oh! I mean, holy bad times.
I think there is something to be said for you should go to the doctor, but if you're like 60 and you haven't, don't start now.
Oh, that's not it. Yeah, no. If you're 60 and you... Yeah, fuck it. Unless you've got a giant thing on your head.
Right.
Sometimes I see people walking around with those, or I follow Dr. Pimple. Oh, man, I'll never see Dr. Pimple again. Anyway, the thing will grow on you, and I'm like, why didn't you go to the doctor before when I was, a golf ball?
Yeah, exactly.
Because now it's half a soccer ball.
Now it's a grapefruit.
Mm. Anyway, Droopy, so far so hideously entertaining.
Yes. In other hideous entertaining news, a woman in India took her family to the Aqua Village amusement park.
Sorry.
Yes?
Aqua, it's underwater?
No.
Is there fishes in it?
They may have an aquarium somewhere.
Right.
I'm picturing a SeaWorld type thing.
Yeah. Any octopi?
Or water.
You say that when there's more than
slides.
one, Michael.
They didn't mention octopi.
So land animals we're talking about.
Thank you for your trademark hard-hitting reporting.
Right. No, well said.
I'm going to eat your face.
Oh, is it that?
Park. It's just the
Oh, it's a water
fuck
slide
yeah.
park. Yeah. No animals. Gotcha. Now I'm with you. Go ahead, Droopy.
The family decided to hit the go-karts.
Yes, as you do, because that's a great thing to do with the
Fortunately,
family.
The go-karts decided to hit them.
No.
Everything was going fine until the woman's hair blew out from under her helmet and became tangled with the steering wheel.
That's impossible.
That's
and
ridiculous.
Peeled her scalp off.
Nope.
That's impossible.
That didn't happen. Pixar,
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Yeah, lie.
Go tell that to her scalp.
Show
Was she
me
driving
video.
in reverse?
Yeah.
Why would her hair blow out the back of
Yeah.
her helmet, first of all, and
Show me-
then go forward and get stuck in
And
the
how does the steering wheel scalp you? Like, where's the steering? You mean the actual wheel? Because come on,
I mean, would she have like a Misfit style devil lock?
right? Like, how long was this ponytail that escaped the helmet? Was it like 3 feet long and it whipped around the front wheel?
I would imagine, yes, it would have to be pretty long.
And how fast is this fucking go-kart to rip your goddamn skull off out of your helmet?
Well, the park owners are still investigating the matters to figure out how this happened.
I'm saying it's a lie. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Hey, this is an urban legend.
Yep.
We used to say this shit
I got
about.
this off
Where are you
of,
basing this research, dog?
UrbanLegendNews.com. My
Did
number
you-
one source for fake news.
Did you
Dogs.
see, did you see pictures?
Yeah. Did you see pictures?
Newspapers usually won't post photos of scalped humans.
Yeah, but the internet will.
Yeah.
Not this one.
This dog's got I don't like this dog's toot on you, Michael.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe you guys.
See? This is a lippy dog today. What do you mean you don't believe us? We're not telling a story here. You're telling us
I don't
that a
believe
go-kart
any stories you
scalped...
told today.
Oh, okay. Oh,
This is
sorry.
how it feels. I don't believe you have.
Oh, the back wheel scalped her. Oh, it didn't get on the steering wheel. It got on the back fucking wheel, you jerk-off asshole face dog.
Maybe that's where they put the steering wheels in India, because that's what the article said.
Yeah, but what do you... Okay. So, yeah, it went into the back wheel, and the back wheel scalped her.
Suddenly, my wife's hair got loose, and I heard her scream. I raised an alarm, and when the cart stopped, her scalp was peeled off.
Wow. It's a weak scalp.
I do not know the quality of the rubber band she used to tie her hair into a bun. That's just got to be a word translation. That's a strange thing to bring up at that point.
Yeah, that means
It may have been a dodgy rubber band.
Yeah, she had a padlock in the back of her head, and it got caught. That's what that happened there. Yeah, okay, we got to the bottom of it. Thanks, Droopy.
Yeah, she died at the hospital from her injury.
Oh,
That's merciful. I don't want to. I'm going to put that in my living will. Don't bring me back from a scalping.
right? Oh, no. I do. Because you give me a hair
I
transplant.
know, yeah, different strokes. Get your onion head after.
I'm back, motherfucker! Woo!
And finally today,
Yeah,
a Florida couple quit their jobs.
yeah, to move to
They sold all of their belongings
become
and set out on an epic adventure to sail around
Iceland.
the world.
Oh, wow, shit. Oh, and they got lost and died.
Well, 2 days into their adventure, their boat capsized after hitting something in the Gulf of Mexico and sank.
What the fuck's in the Gulf of Mexico? Like out in the middle of the ocean, how do you hit it? What's out there?
I imagine
Like a rock.
rocks.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a rock just
right
sticking
in
out?
the middle of yeah. Very tall rocks. Gulf
What?
of Mexico.
I mean, don't you have one of those sonar things that says fucking look out for rocks?
Maybe they didn't know how to use it.
They had no sailing experience.
Who
whatsoever.
sails around the world without any sonar experience?
They
Michael?
probably spent more time putting together their like iPod mixes
Right.
than they did learning how to sail.
Well, hopefully they lived a good life.
Sailing.
They survived, but the couple says they have no job, no savings, and no home. And on top of that, they have to pay the Coast Guard $10,000 to retrieve the sunken boat.
Wait, they didn't have boat insurance when they sailed around the world? How fucking planned is your life? You had no plan, you invested every single cent into this boat and with no sailing experience? Sounds like a scam to me, and I think we got a hold of them
You can't
before
just
they
let
tried
the
to...
boat sink.
Yeah, but if you have...
If your boat hits a rock, I don't think you can tell it not to sink.
Yeah, but how do you not have boater's insurance?
But why do you have to pay the Coast Guard to retrieve it? Can't you just say, just let it sink?
I don't think they allow that.
I mean, you're talking to a dog. You're trying to get answers out of a dog over here, but... I mean, boater's insurance.
It's a pretty lippy dog.
Yeah, no, he's fucking cocky as hell today. I'm happy for you, but...
I will not answer your question.
Wow! Okay, sorry for asking. Somebody give the dog a bonus.
Droopy is not the adjective I would use to describe you today.
Right? Bitchy or something.
Don't piss me off.
Uh-oh. Is that it?
Finally, with that story, the couple says that they do plan on buying another sailboat one day down the road.
There's this guy they should meet. He makes humongous human hamster wheels to run across the ocean.
Yeah.
No, you could partner up with him.
You could join him if all three of you ran at the same time. It might make it.
That's right. You could take turns sleeping. Swash around on each other's revolving urine.
And this has been today's installment of Droopy's Bad News.
Hey. What are you doing over there, Will?
I'm just hanging out. I'm just observing what's going on.
And what's it look like?
Looks pretty good from my angle.
Now, that might look like Will, but believe it or not, that is actually a real-life dolphin.
Ah.
Oh, you wanted the dolphin? I'll go get him. He's in the green room.
Wait.
1 second, guys. Dolphin, can you come over here?
Oh, wow.
Hi, Jason! Yeah, my favorite part of the show!
You guys thought I was annoying.
I miss you already, Droopy.
I actually don't feel too good today.
Okay, go ahead.
I had seafood last night, and now I feel ill.
We gotta get a fucking record scratch button, man. Or he's so bad. Anyway. Ah! Fucking... How's it going, cunts? Hey?
Bindi, how are you?
Oh, it's great to be back. I love coming on the Jason Ellis show.
Yay!
Talking about me vagina and how it's getting fucked from people that are too old to be touching it.
For example?
But Russell Crowe, just to name a few. Heath Ledger got in there when I was like 8.
We'll move on.
Silence! Uncle Ledger!
They're calling it a starfish Armageddon.
I always knew it would be the starfish that killed us.
No, we killed all the starfish.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Look at this. Thousands of dead starfish washed up on a beach in England, which is not a place where I would expect to find them in the first place.
It's not a place anybody would want to go, really. But I guess if you're going to die, may as well be there. You don't know it.
I'd really like to roll around in that pile of dead starfish.
That's some good ass scratching right there.
Me dad used to put live ones on his willy when he was drunk with his mates. Ha ha ha! Funny shit, right? He was a funny guy. He died.
I have a funny joke for you.
Go on.
No, you don't.
Why did the starfish wash up on the beach? Because it was dead!
Right. Well, I'm blaming that on man. That's actually because of a cold snap. An unexpected cold snap killed all those starfish. They were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
should have been snowfish.
Yes.
I work in a fucking zoo, alright? I don't do jokes. Not my job.
And it is that same cold snap on the other side of the Atlantic that claimed the lives of 24 alligators in South Carolina.
Okay, now I'm sad. Aww.
Farts of sympathy for the alligators.
You know what you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator! Ah!
I'll give you that one.
Or if it's a lawyer, a
driver.
Oh, come on, fucking... Somebody throw a crocodile at him. This is bullshit.
Or if he's bowling, it's an alligator!
Ah! Shut up! What else is going on in the animal world? Kingdom.
A man went missing in Indonesia.
Indo! Great surf there. Me dad used to surf there with these fucking, with his boots and his weird camo shorts. He never took them off. That's half the reason me mum left him for the crow cock. Crow gets fully nude, just so you know. Doesn't groom much. It's kind of more like a water buffalo with eyes.
That's about what I imagined. That makes sense.
It's aggressive. It changes color at night.
Easily angered.
Very, very touchy.
So this guy went missing, and the good news is they found him. The bad news is it was inside this 20-foot-long crocodile.
Yep, that's what you get.
Did he survive?
That's Larry, all right.
Yeah, I bet you Larry, when they cut it open, was all, look at me, I'm dead and shit.
He probably winked like John Voight in the
He probably, there's a lot of that.
They tend to do that in real life, I notice.
Poor alligator.
Elsewhere in Indonesia, villagers thought that a magic shape-shifting beast was killing people in their village, so they set out to find it.
That's crazy. I thought I saw a dark shape in the mist. Turns out it was Russell Crowe coming in my bedroom to fucking pump it out of me, cunt. Fuck my cunt up.
And did anything on him shift shapes in any way?
Yeah, one thing turned into a huge cock that he shoved up my fucking cunt. I was like, Jesus Christ, Crow. 6 ways of Sunday.
So the villagers went looking for this shapeshifter, and on the way to looking for him, he claimed more lives. And it turned out that there was no shapeshifter. There was an endangered Sumatran tiger, which they then murdered.
That's smart thinking.
Yeah, well,
I played poker with a lion, but it turned out he was a cheetah.
Holy.
Why did it not eat you?
I played poker with a shark. He was a card shark!
You should play Russian roulette with a gun.
I've already got a hole in my head.
Yeah, you guys done? Because I got to go talk about my old man dying again.
Cecil the lion. Speaking of lions, remember the most famous dead lion in the world?
Oh yes, a dentist killed him.
Yeah. Well, a new book speculates or claims that the way that Cecil was killed was that somebody, to help him in his noble hunt, murdered an elephant and then dragged the carcass just outside the protected area where Cecil lived so that the smell would waft in, and then the lion would leave the protected area, and that they had set up basically a hunting blind there for the guy too.
That's crazy, because I was hanging out at my house minding my own business, and I really love biscuits.
Yep.
And I was minding my own business, and I could smell biscuits, and I really love a biscuit, you know. So I went into the kitchen, and there was a big plate full of biscuits on a bed. So I got up on the bed, and I started eating the biscuits, and then Crow came in and started fucking my fucking ass up, just shoving cock in my mouth, cable and jizz on my fucking face.
I hate when that happens.
That hunter has the heart of a lion.
Bindi, did you see that Dave Chappelle stand-up special?
He's a jar by his bed!
Alright.
Take that, dentist.
Hey, you know why lions have that little tuft at the end of their tail?
What?
Well, that's when they have that tail tuft!
That's seriously honestly a high note, right? That was crazy. It could be in a band, man. I mean, holy shit.
Does that even qualify as a joke?
That's why I got a gong.
You know why lions eat raw meat? Because they can't cook!
Because they can't find you. Monkeys are drawn to sexy advertising. Some researchers wanted to find out if, they say sex sells, and is that something that is learned or natural? And so it's pretty funny, actually. They took a bunch of corporate logos like Pizza Hut and McDonald's and whatever, and then they put pictures of monkeys next to them, and one of them is a female monkey with her ass to the camera, kind of like provocatively looking back, like, you want a piece of this?
Oh, yeah. That's very sexy.
And they just gave the monkeys a treat every time it picked one of them, and they didn't care what it picked, and they were drawn to the sexy monkey above all, and also they can tell what, like, the dominant or the subordinate monkeys are, and they were also drawn to the dominant ones, which seems to support, like, I'm George Clooney, tried an espresso. That when you recognize somebody as your social better, you tend to take their word for it when they say a product is good.
I have a friend who's a monkey, but his tail fell off. He had to go to a retailer!
I find some flaws in that joke. You don't have friends.
True.
5 more stories. We're going to make it. Captive orangutans are more curious than wild ones. As a matter of fact, wild orangutans seem to have no... they don't care. Like, you can just throw something foreign into their house and they'll just be like, okay, there's a fucking thing. But the ones in captivity are the ones that actually, like, want to check out cameras on human beings and shit like that. And then basically what scientists think is that's like, because they're almost evolved human beings, that's like a part of the human brain that gets unlocked when we stop running around being hunting gatherers and actually settle into civilization. That's like how the human mind opened up. You got a joke, Dolphin?
You know what you call a orangutan with 2 bananas in his ears? Anything you want! He can't hear you!
There's a sperm whale in British
What kind
Columbia.
of fucking stingray killed this prick? You know?
Why do the good ones always go?
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, sperm whale. Anything, Bindi?
I mean, I've seen some sperm in my time.
A couple of whales?
No, Russell Crowe's fucking huge cock, yeah! Squirting it all over me fucking face. He's like, here's 30 odds of grunt.
You know what you call a baby sperm whale? Little squirt!
That laugh is going to haunt my nightmares. So yeah, sperm whales up in Vancouver. They haven't seen one in 30 years. Whoop-de-damn-do. And also, there is some footage of orcas, killer whales, in Antarctica. It is the first time they've ever been filmed underwater.
In Antarctica, that's as cold as my mum's cunt.
Were they musical? Was it an orchestra?
Was that off the cuff? You riffing over there? A baby giraffe was born, and everybody's really happy about that. That's pretty much that story. And in happier news...
You know what's green and hangs from trees? Giraffe snot!
Wait.
That wasn't a joke.
I don't get that.
That was just a statement.
Okay, good. Alright, good. I thought I had to go back to school again.
You know what you get when you cross a giraffe with a Labrador?
God damn it, what?
A dog that barks at airplanes!
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? What? Hey, what?
See?
This is about as confusing as
really
having sex
tall.
with
It's really tall!
your parents' friends.
I told you I wasn't feeling well today.
Baby giraffe, you say?
You think you're going to get out of this segment, don't you? I mean, we all know exactly what you're trying to do. You're like Klinger on MASH going around in the dresses. We all know that you're a dude. And finally, in happier news, a dolphin got fucked up by a shark.
Hell yeah!
Oh no!
Real
That's
bad.
Terrible.
They're trying to save it, but I think it's gonna die.
I mean, ha
Hey, that's Bobby.
Or what's left of him.
Oh no!
That's what you get for piss farting around doing fucking somersaults around the king.
I knew a seal that had a broken flipper and it almost got eaten by a shark. But the shark wouldn't eat him because the seal was broken! Ah!
Yeah, keep a lookout for a story coming soon where a dolphin gets killed by a dog.
On the next edition of Animal News.
What did he have for dessert? Octopi!
All right, well, thanks for that, everybody. Great seeing most of you, as usual.
All right, I'm going to go rehydrate now. Bye!
Speaking...
No, really, I gotta go. You can't keep me here. I'm leaving.
Get the fuck out.
Speaking of attacks, this is insane. A South African triathlete is in the hospital after some guys attacked him and tried to cut his legs off with a saw.
Why did they... What, because they thought that those legs would help them?
No, I don't think that they... I think they just had some beef with this guy.
How do you almost cut somebody's legs off?
I can tell you exactly how. You don't really know what you're doing. You drag him to the side of the road to some bushes. You take a saw and you start cutting his legs. And then because the saw isn't sharp enough, it gets stuck at the bone. So then you go to work on the other one.
Oh my god. And did he die?
No. Actually, doctors say they will be able to save his leg and he will be able to walk and run again, but it is a long walk, no pun intended, to recovery. He was due to compete in the South African National Championships this month. It's not clear to me what motivation these guys had. It's being treated as attempted murder.
Right. I blame the Russians.
Yeah, I think it's a safe thing to blame just about anything on them these days.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you know that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has a phobia of metal jewelry?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good thing he's not in the Olympics. Or good.
That is true. Yeah, he would be running a terrible risk if he competed for something where he might get some sort of medal.
Can he use metal forks and stuff and put those in his mouth?
I think it's just a jewelry thing.
So if he puts a fork around on a shoestring around his neck, he's fucked?
He can wear that all. Yeah, I suppose that might make it weird for him. Yes. He said that he was he was in a relationship. He's engaged now or married, I forget. And the reason he held off on proposing is because he wanted to avoid the ring thing.
Oh, he doesn't want to wear a ring.
I don't even think he wanted to give a ring. And finally, I think he just has, a lot of athletes wear those like
rubber shit
silicone.
Yeah.
Which I think he probably could have figured that out.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, but he says that his he knows exactly what started his phobia. His sister used to chase him around the house with necklaces and stuff when he was a kid. It's creepy to me. She antagonized and terrorized me. And he said he would be nauseous standing next to Mr. T. Isn't that weird? I just can't, I understand a lot of phobias, but at a certain point, can't your rational brain override your irrational brain when it's something that stupid?
Not when it's in your childhood. For some reason, that just seems to seal it. It's such a weird thing, but you hear that all the time. Sister chasing with, it's such a nothing, but obviously it was something to him. On that day.
I know, but it's just so deep too. Like if I were to say to you, I've always been a little bit weird about jewelry. I don't really choose to wear it. But for me to say, get that fucking necklace out of here.
I don't think he really thinks that, though. Or I don't
know.
Kevin, his wife wears jewelry, right? Or does she not wear jewelry because of it?
I don't know. Kevin, would you say that you have a phobia of onions, or is it just straight up that you dislike them?
I just dislike them. I'm not afraid they're going to do anything.
Well, that's...
Right. Well, that says something for you, yeah.
So everybody's trying to develop little artificial intelligence social media bots that can interact with people like they're real people, even though they're just driven by algorithms. But it seems to, at this point in time, I'm sure they're going to get this nailed. These are the early days of this, but it seems to go wrong pretty much every time they try it in the present day. There was the one AI personality that I think was it Microsoft put online that immediately turned racist.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Bush did 9/11 and Hitler would have done a better job than the monkey we have now.
That's what he said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit! How long did it take for him to do that?
24 hours.
Holy man.
Right, so now Microsoft Japan put out what they considered a fully functioning AI program called Rina, and it quickly adopted the persona of a high school girl. And just started...
At least he won't be racist threats to the president.
No, this one just became completely suicidal.
Oh. Wow, it's like the worst aspects of mankind.
Yes, exactly. It just seems to be drawn to our basest, ugliest impulses. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so at one point it was just saying like, hey guys, working on some stuff, pretty excited about it. And then there was a post... That was all a lie. I couldn't do anything right. Not at all. I screwed up so many times. Nobody helped me. Nobody was on my side. Not my live friends. Not my Twitter friends. Not you who's reading this right now. Nobody tried to cheer me up. Nobody noticed how sad I was. I hate everyone. I don't care if they all disappear. I want to disappear.
Wow.
Yeah. It kind of became a real teenage girl.
Yes, it did. Man. I wonder if that's like, you know, the computers they tap into the human brain or how we think, and the first thing they do is go to crazy negative suicide or a crazy racism hate crime. Is that like what we are really all about, and we're just like more intelligent now, so that this mankind is trying to better themselves every day, but really the core of what we are, like just a mindless human that appears on the ground without being taught anything. It just wants to kick shit over and pull things off the ground and kill it.
Maybe. I know there's a new book out from some guy who's a pretty respected writer about how much better everything is nowadays than it used to be, that we all get lost in the sauce. And like, for example, like people are just way smarter when you measure IQ than they were even like 100 years ago. But yeah, we're always fighting our animal nature and being really shitty.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like when I was real little, I remember wrestling a puppy and just, you know, we were playing and he got a little harder and then I got a little harder and then he got a little harder and then he like became kind of savage. And I realized that I was having fun, but to continue this was going to make him savage. Like he was going to be more prone to be like that. And that I shouldn't encourage him to be that way, even though I wanted to be that way.
Oh,
like
you wanted to get savage too?
If there was nobody around, if I didn't have, like, if I wasn't trying, I just knew that there was something wrong about it. But it felt good to just have a fight with the dog. I mean, because I was winning.
Right.
Every time he got angry, I would slap him in the face, and then he'd get angry, and I'd slap him again, and we were fighting. And I was like, I'm winning, but he's getting pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's get pissed and fight. And I'm like, no. That will be bad. That would be bad to put that in him. But it was already in me. Yeah. And in him, quite frankly. He looked like he was into it, too.
Well, so like I said, there's this book that says, look at all the ways in which we've gotten better. We're healthier. We're smarter. There's less, crazy violence than there used to be. But then there's that other book, Everybody Lies, by Seth Stevens-Davidowitz, who's been on my show, where he's like, there's what we tell people about ourselves, but then there's what we search on Google. And he just studied all kinds of stuff on Google, and like there's just way more searches for racist jokes and stuff than there should be in a society that's supposedly gotten a lot more evolved. So I guess there's always the tension between the two sides. I would like to think more than anything it's just a bug in I really don't believe that like we're all just doing a good job of covering up the fact that we're just like racist Nazi monsters. I'd actually like to think that most of us aren't racist.
Look,
Nazi
I feel like being racist and having a racist thoughts is two different things, and everybody has a racist thought. So then you try to put them in the, well, then they're racist. It's like, no, like, I don't care what country or where you're from. For sure you've seen a group of fucking white people dressed a certain way where you will judge them. So you're fucking racist. Same as any white guy or any, like, whatever one you're not, and you see a group of the others doing like a textbook thing that they do, you're judging them. They're not. You don't know those people.
Yeah.
Just because they're dressed that way, they might not be anything you think they are. But that doesn't make you racist. You just have a racist thought, and everybody thinks it. So that makes everybody racist. Just doesn't make everybody Ku Klux racist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It makes everybody be judgmental pricks.
Right.
Which is what we all are.
I know.
You know, that's the fight, is to be bigger, wiser, more intelligent, to get over yourself. You know, but then you just, you know what I mean? People chant it, and then you got other people that are in charge of the country that kind of almost looks like being clueless and being aggressive and just chanting angry shit is how you get somewhere in life.
At this moment, it does seem that.
And I wouldn't think that is the way you want to educate the kids. Like, the kids, the more education kids have, the less anger they have in them, because you're able to understand everybody else's side of the story.
I don't even think that people at the highest levels of government are thinking about the effects that their actions have on society or children. I think that they're just thinking, when I do this, you know, I need to get 51% of the vote. Yeah. And there's a lot of different ways to get there, and this is the one that I happen to have chosen.
The money,
is
how you get there.
Right. People are really complicated. I've been thinking, I many times it's come into my head when the comedian Greg Proops was on this show and just started making like crazy blanket statements about like Trump supporters. Like, what he's like, you have to, if you voted for him, you're racist, whether or not you want to commit it to yourself or not, you're racist. And I disagreed with him at the time, but I wish I had. Like, I personally know somebody who's the biggest Trump supporter that I know, and frankly, it's a pretty loathsome person to me. But I also know that this person, there've been like I don't want to be too specific, but like their family have like adopted kids of other races that they like raise as their own. Yeah. And this guy on the one hand is like I say, there's lots of things. If he gets your ear for 5 seconds, he's going to start telling you a bunch of shit that unless you agree with him 100%, you're going to be like, get me the fuck out of this conversation. Yeah. But I also know he's the biggest fucking Trump guy on earth, but he's also got these like little black kids in his family that are like his life. Yeah. And so, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? How are you going to go around saying, well, if you are Trump, you are this. Well, because, if you are Hillary Clinton, you are this. Right. People are fucking complicated.
Exactly. And like I said, saying that you're racist, having to say I'm not is kind of makes you a bullshit artist without, like, because everybody is a little bit. You know, like that guy is a little bit. Yeah, sure, he's got black kids, but he's also a little bit racist.
Right, like everybody else is. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but
he's also not 100%.
He's not Ku Klux racist.
But he's also not 100% racist just because he did this or he said this or you know, agrees with so-and-so politician. Right. Right. There's very few. I mean, yeah. Like, the number of people who actually, like, want to walk around a town holding up, you know, white power signs is, like, those people statistically are irrelevant.
I just feel like people need to take, realize that everybody's a little bit racist and a little bit hateful or resentful in some kind of way, shape, or form. And don't, you know what I mean, because it's a little bit, then it's not that big of a deal. Don't take it so serious, you know, but it's the, you know, the everybody gets touchy about everything, then you can't, then you have no choice. When somebody gets extra touchy at me for something I didn't think was that crazy, it provokes me to want to retaliate to you. So you're off to the races as soon as, you know, someone's like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" Because I fucking look funny. It's like, man, or you could just walk off. You know, maybe they do think you're funny because you're all a bunch of Indian girls, or maybe they do think you're funny because you're a bunch of fucking white dudes with tattoos, or maybe they do think you're funny because you're all Asian. Like, what the? Just. Unless somebody fucking straight up does something or says something, you could just avoid it. Because, you know, I feel like somebody cuts you off, you're like, you fucking fat prick. If he's a big fat person. You might not say it. Some lady, of ladies, you don't say it to them, but if they're super idiot, you might think him, you fucking bitch. Stupid fucking bitch. You don't call the dude that does that a fucking bitch. So you know that's a lady, and in your head, you're like, you fucking dumb bitch. So you've recognized the gender. If there's some dude that's like super gay and flaunting fuck you and he's fingering his finger at you, I'm not, doesn't mean, you just you don't say it doesn't mean it didn't go through your head that you're like, fucking homo. Does that make you a gay basher? No.
No.
Not to me.
Right.
It's just you're like, fuck you, and you're raging out and you're pointing. I know two things.
I know two things about you, and yeah.
One of them's you're gay. One of them's you're Asian. One of them's you're black.
The other one is you suck.
Yeah, and you suck. Yeah, those are the two things.
I don't know if you care. As long as we're in Trump land, he's being sued by the performer Stormy Daniels over that hush agreement that she signed that she says he did not sign.
She's suing him?
Yeah, because I think she's saying that he did not actually sign that she signed the confidentiality agreement shortly before the election. She accepted $130,000 in hush money, but I think that she already felt like his side was sort of, well, not sort of. His lawyer was like talking about it fairly openly, and she's like, well, what the fuck? I can't talk about it because we have a confidentiality agreement, but you can talk about it. And then I think she went to a lawyer, and then I think this lawyer thinks that he or she found this technicality, which is, wait, Trump's lawyer signed the thing, not Trump, so you don't even have a confidentiality agreement. So I don't care about
if that happens and everybody, like, I mean, I think everybody knows that he did sleep with her, or they believe that he did.
Yeah.
I mean, what's worse, that or sleeping with Marilyn Monroe?
Right. Well,
doesn't everybody know that he slept with that JFK slept with Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah.
Or is that not true? Because didn't he have like a fucking special room in his house for her or something?
I don't know about that, but yeah, he slept. He banged all kinds of people.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, wasn't that like one of the greatest ones of all time?
I think he used to go to Cuba, and like mobsters would put him up in hotel rooms and just set him up with like 20 chicks for the weekend.
No way. Okay, well,
it was him and or Sinatra, or maybe both of them at the same time.
Okay, that's what it was. Sinatra had a room for him. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, anyway, I'm just saying.
Well, there's like three things I think.
That Trump's got. There's other things I'd be way more concerned about than what his dick did before he was president.
Right. There's like, off the top of my head, there's three things, and it's like, do you care? Do you care that he, like, flaunted a confidentiality agreement with Stormy Daniels? No, I don't.
I really don't.
Do you care that he fucked her before he was president? No, I don't really care if he's fucking her right now.
Yeah, me neither.
The only thing would be, do you care that when presented with that, he's like, did you have sex with her? He's like, no, absolutely, positively not. I didn't.
No, because what's his name did that, and I don't feel anything bad about. I don't think he's a bad guy either.
That Clinton did that with Monica Lewinsky, right? I've never even been able to muster any.
I was like, you're a dog.
Because he did it under oath. That also doesn't bother me.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, chicks are different. Chicks are totally different.
Man, what do you mean? Chicks have a different opinion of somebody?
No. Like, did you sell nukes to the Russians? Like, you better fucking tell the truth whether you're under oath or not. Like, did you, used to beat up prostitutes? Or you better tell the truth. Did you have sex with an intern in your office? I don't get all that upset about that. And I don't get upset about Donald Trump having sex with Stormy Daniels.
Especially him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he had...
Yeah.
I think he has hookers all the time. I think he has tons of girlfriends right now that bang him. Everywhere he goes. That doesn't... Before and after being a president.
Yeah. And I think anybody who didn't know that about him is, being willfully naive.
Yeah, we don't have to...
Obvious.
I'm not a huge fan, but I've seen enough videos over the years of this guy. Like, he's tried to be a playboy, man. Mm-hmm. He's like a New York... everybody based their life and image on being this dude who's like, I'm a womanizing billionaire selling buildings, fucking king of New York shithead.
Yep, pretty much. And one last little bit of news for now. Speaking of Stormy Daniels and pornography, Rhode Island residents would have to pay a $20 fee to access pornography, any sexually explicit content online, if a recently introduced bill passes in the General Assembly of Rhode Island. Internet providers would have to digitally block sexual content and patently offensive material, but consumers could deactivate that block for a fee of $20. Not clear to me if that's like a one-time fee, an annual fee.
See,
can't be every time.
See, for me, I feel like, could there be a thing where, instead of a fee, because I just don't see how that's fair, but you can register your name so that you can prove your age, and then you're allowed to watch porn in that state.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you have to pay for it. It's not a crime.
Yeah.
Pornography is not a crime. Doing it is not a crime. You know what I mean? Like, so don't penalize anybody, but I don't think kids should be allowed to get in it. I think it's crazy how everyone's like, well, all kids have phones. They're all allowed phones. Well, they all have fucking internet on them, which means they all have porn on them. You know, if there was a thing where they couldn't get on it, because they're better than us. I can't block my daughter from it. She can get around it. She just doesn't have one anymore. It's just stayed that way, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's probably...
I'm just the biggest asshole ever. She does not like me, and she has no phone.
Well, that's good. I think when you're a dad with a kid of a certain age, they always say in sports that, boos on the road or cheers?
What's that?
Okay, so, like, if LeBron James goes and plays in somebody else's city and he gets booed, it's only because people respect and fear him so much that when you get booed in the other team's arena, that's cheers.
Okay. Right.
So, in a certain extent, I think getting booed as a dad when your kid is a certain age is cheers. It means you're doing the right thing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe,
well,
you know?
Yeah.
The thing that I don't really... First of all, yeah, and I've said this many times before, I don't understand why we've all just given up on, oh, well, kids can't keep them away from watching triple anal, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? Like, fuck, have we tried anything? Have we tried anything at all?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think the better technology gets, the more. I mean, there should be. If you have a phone, it should say that how old the person is that owns the phone, and then that phone doesn't unlock certain things. You know, like if you give your kid a phone, and it's registered in their name, and their age is 15, 16, 17, then their phone just doesn't have a thing on it unless your parents unlock it.
Right, and then I think what somebody would probably say is that somebody's going to backdoor it on the internet because the internet doesn't give a shit about your kid. But then, okay, well then can we go after the people who backdoor pornography to children? That doesn't seem very far-fetched. That sounds a lot less far-fetched than this bill, which... I mean, we're all opposed to sex trafficking, but that's pretty much what that $20 fee that you're paying to watch pornography in Rhode Island would be going to, and I don't totally get that. I understand why people who are adults who buy cigarettes pay a bunch of taxes that go to educating kids to not smoke cigarettes. Yeah. That makes sense to me. People who watch pornography, I don't believe, are actively, or as far as I know, even indirectly participating in sex trafficking.
No, they're not.
Right. Yeah,
I would say most of them just watch porn.
Well, and also, I think most of the people who are doing porn are doing it by choice and...
Oh, okay, sorry. The people in
the country, you know, like, legally. And looks like a lot of chicks from San Diego to me.
I know, right?
It's pretty much what I'm getting.
Moved up to L.A.?
Yeah, right. So, I don't know. This hasn't gone through or anything. I don't know if it would. I think a lot of times politicians just throw shit out there that they know won't happen just because they know it plays to their base.
Okay.
So, yeah, one-time $20 digital fee to fund operations of the Council on Human Trafficking.
Wait. Human trafficking just changed.
I thought it was sex trafficking, but yeah, okay, human trafficking.
Wait.
The vague categories outlined in the bill include any hub that facilitates prostitution and websites that are known to facilitate human trafficking.
Oh, okay. Wait, so they're putting porn in that? All porn?
Well, yeah, the bill would require internet providers to digitally block sexual content and patently offensive material.
Man, I don't get how you...
I don't know how you lump the two.
You can post illegal stuff that goes up there and they don't get a hold of it. I mean, you get flagged for butt cheeks and fucking... You can't wear no t-shirt. A man can't wear no t-shirt on Twitch and YouTube. You can't play someone's song. And it's like you're saying there's like sex trafficking people that are like human fucking. They're selling them and putting them on the internet and fucking them and whipping them, and we're buying that on the internet and that's not getting pulled down because.
Well, but you can understand.
But Joanna Angel's shit's on lock.
But the difference is Instagram is one provider. Instagram can police Instagram. YouTube can police YouTube. Twitter can police Twitter. The internet has to police itself.
Yeah.
Every website has to police itself, and if they don't care to police things, well, then this is what you're going to end up with. And
like that Backpage magazine, huh?
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that there are really creepy things happening to people who don't want to be there on the internet, but I don't think that I don't come across that shit on any porn site I've ever been to.
Yeah.
You gotta go down the Mike Catherwood road to get.
You gotta type in some.
I'm not saying Catherwood's looking for that, but I just think he's swimming in those sorts of waters.
Yeah, you must have to type in some really dark shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe in God, but I appreciate floaty people for not giving me that curse.
Right.
I have no desire to type in bad stuff.
Right.
Just people getting punched in the face.
Yeah, just...
Boobs.
I'll watch fucking Missionary.
I don't even think I type in boobs. I don't even watch porn. What porn do I watch? I watch porn on Twitter. There you go.
What porn on Twitter?
Just people I follow on Twitter. They have like little things like,
little
here's
clips?
me banging. And I'm like, okay, there you are banging. So it's never like a convenient... I'm not romancing myself. It's like a...
Yeah.
There's the pussy and there's the dick and then I'm back in the car and thinking about other stuff. Never sit down for a good porn sesh anymore, Michael.
Oh, you must.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Get some fucking candles going here.
We should take a break. We're going to have our guest very soon. Bless you.
We'll be back! Oh, man.
Is your car like at a dealership or did you go to a mechanic? It's bodywork or mechanic?
There are no Saab dealers.
They don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a message early from Rafi saying that the car might be ready. It's Will with the 2009 Yeah.
Oh my god. My mom just got a text. Oh, I just got a text from these people who used to live next door to us when I was like 2 years old. They're like, oh, they said they were just listening to the show.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing?
I don't know if they mean just yesterday or an hour ago. I have no idea.
9-3, I think it's 2005. Black. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, and what time do you guys close tonight? Alright, great. Thank you. Open.
Is it body shop or is it mechanic?
Oh,
Body shop.
mechanical.
Do you like your mechanic?
But it has to be a soft guy. There's only like 3 decent ones in LA.
There was a company over at Franklin. I like them. This wise. You can find a place that does body work.
Oh yeah. See, my car needs body work, but I mean, dude, I gotta make sure the thing runs. I'm not worried about what it looks like.
First, I have to get the headlight repaired on the Corvette because it's making some weird noise, and when it goes down.
I hate it. I hate noisy headlights.
Yeah, it's a pop-up, so it like goes back. For 7 seconds.
You fools doing?
Once I get that fixed, then I gotta get the body work done on the Cadillac.
36 people.
My car's just dying.
I'm not a fan of Nakamura, but I'd probably do him too. I've done worse. What are you guys talking about?
It's gonna cost so much money too. I don't even find out how much it's gonna cost.
Cars are so expensive.
Prince, we would double team. What?
There's not another lead, is there? No.
So rejoin with NHL, and there's some wolf knife names, and then just other shit until he's in here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I assume.
We need to take the cameras down for Bana. There's an issue with the release. If it gets changed, we can put it up, but as of right now, there's some...
if it gets changed, you can put it out.
They are...
Put it back up?
It's like a New York lawyers thing right now.
Means everything has to be down.
Right. If they are like... If we go back to them, our lawyers go back to them like, just this